Cincinnati Bengals. For a berth in the AFC Championship game, off we go in the divisional round of the NFL playoffs. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
On the set. Block it.
They'll start on the ground. ETN. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now.
Down.
Lawrence will throw. Quick hitter here. It's complete. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
And I think this is a route we'll see more of as this game goes on, because with his speed, they want to get him the ball in space on drag routes just like this. They want him to get the ball and run after the catch. Good job there, though, holding him for a short gain.
From the shotgun, Lawrence airing it out, looking for Ridley. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Man coverage is certainly a staple of their defense, and it's built for plays like that, forcing that incompletion.
The Cook now on to punt as he gets this one away. This is brought in at the 21. It's a 45-yard punt, then 8 on the return. And the Bengals take over, first and 10.
Yes, sir. 11 Thomas. 11 Mighty. 11 Mighty.
They start on the ground here at Sanders. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, second and 12.
They have 3 tight ends in that formation. That's almost a universal sign that they're planning to run the football.
Here we go.
But how about the defense there? They met force with force and caused a stack up behind the line of scrimmage and threw it for a loss.
That one taken in by T. Higgins. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A Bengal first down on the 16-yard pickup there. His first pass attempt of the game, Charles, and the pass rush was right there to hit him. But no fear, he delivered an accurate ball. Nice catch.
And you never want to see your quarterback getting hit. But it also sends a message to the rest of the team when he's able to take that shot and still deliver downfield. Showing a little toughness, and the team rallies around him. This could really help them on their drive. You've got to be impressed by that defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
The last run good for 2. Here's second and 8. From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Sanders. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40.
Here we go.
So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a first and 10 at the 38. On the counter now, it's Sanders. And he gets forward up the middle, but only for a couple. It'll be second down.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held him to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. Second and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
11 MT. 11 Mighty. 11 Mighty.
From the 36, Burrow. And that nearly an interception here on this opening drive, but he gets a reprieve. It's third down.
pretty nice coverage there, but a missed opportunity for an interception. Let's face it, a lot of these defenders, they've got it all. Speed, athleticism, hands, a little bit questionable.
So third down, they need to get to the 28 for a first. From the shotgun, it's Burrow. Open receiver, that's Hayden Hurst, the tight end. And a good job defensively. They stopped him short of the first at the 32. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And that'll bring up fourth down. Evan McPherson out for the Bengal field goal. This is a 49-yard attempt, right hash. McPherson's kick is good. And the Bengals are on the board first here. It's 3-0. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And a 3-and-out on that first drive. We'll see if they can do better here.
They should have a better opportunity because the nerves should be settled now. That first series, everybody goes out with a little extra emotion. So now they get a chance to go back out and say, okay, now we're into the game. Let's go play and play as best we can.
You almost get a mulligan then on that first drive?
Sometimes it absolutely serves that way. You get a second opportunity. Nothing big happened, but then...
And looking for Kirk, but this pass is intercepted. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick. And the Bengals are going to take possession of the football. He had his eyes on the end zone. He got close. At least he set the offense up nicely, but he's probably mad he didn't take that one to pay dirt.
I agree with you, and you know he's going to get teased because he didn't get it all the way into the end zone. But if they don't score now, if they don't get a touchdown, he won't just get teased. They'll be glaring at him. How'd you not score?
No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal.
Here we go.
Now it's Burrow. Open man is Higgins, and he's got it. Touchdown, Cincinnati. A 3-yard touchdown pass. And the Bengals are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. And now before we get to the extra point, remember all touchdowns do have to be confirmed by the replay official. So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And the lead grows to 10-0. So an early 10-0 lead for them now as they kick it away. And no return here for Agnew, so they'll bring it out, start the drive at the 25. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They're forced to play catch-up early in this division round game as they search for a seat in the AFC Championship round. They find some open field here. Touchdown, Jaguars. I don't think you can get any more efficient or tidy, whatever word you want to use in that. And one play, 75 yards in zone.
Yeah, efficient, tidy, excellent words. How about explosive? 75 yards, one play. That means everyone handled their assignment, doesn't it? It doesn't just mean that the defense broke down. They really executed the way that was drawn up on the whiteboard. Big-time play, big-time result.
Burrow and the Bengals with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They'll start with a handoff to Sanders. And they're able to get this one across the 35. It's a Bengal 1st down, a pickup of 11.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and putting the defense back on its heels.
And he is going to go down. He will be sacked on the final play of this first quarter.
Here we go.
That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. Now Burrow. Throw left side complete. That's Sanders. Give him 6 on the screen, but now it's 3rd down.
I like the thinking there because right after a sack, it can be a great time to call for a screen to your running back and use the eagerness of the defense against him. Able to gain some positive yards out of this one and make things a little bit easier for him on 3rd down.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete.
Well, they came up with points in their first 2 possessions, but it looks like they'll come up empty here on their 3rd drive. The defense finally starting to get locked into them a little bit. Might have to go a little bit deeper into their playbook on their next possession.
Here's the punter, Martin, out to kick it away. And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive.
Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
Play action. It's Lawrence. Being chased out left. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
Oh, that's good decision-making right there. Understood down and distance. Knew it wasn't 3rd down, and he still had another opportunity to earn the 1st down. Good job throwing it away and avoiding an interception.
They go play action now. Lawrence. And looking for Kirk, but this pass is intercepted. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick.
And that's now the 2nd time he's picked off a pass here in the first half alone. Again, another great read defensively, and you just see him get in the right position to make the play and get his guys the football back.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
11, 11, 11. 11, 11, 11. 11, 11. 11, 11.
Here's Burrow. Flush to his right. And that is incomplete.
That's tremendous field position that they were given following the turnover, but they've still got work to do to get to field goal range, and the coverage we're seeing isn't going to make it easy.
Gun.
They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. Up the middle they go with Sanders. And that one opened up for him well as he'll take this down to the 26-yard line. It's a Bengal 1st down, a pickup of 11. That run's successful in large part because they had a lot of extra help blocking up front.
Yeah, you've got guys who can do that very, very well. In addition, they can catch the football. So sometimes when they line up with 3 tight ends, it's not necessarily to run it, and that gives you an advantage when you do decide to barrel off the line of scrimmage and block people downfield.
And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another 1st down.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
Now Burrow on 1st down. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down.
Multiple players getting home there, and it's a loss of 2 on the sack.
Hindsight is 20/20, partner. Maybe they should have kept it on the ground again.
Well, it almost looked like the O-line was run blocking again. I mean, they opened up a big hole last time. This time they opened up a hole, and the quarterback got sacked. To try again after the sack. Burrow.
That swung out wide to Sanders.
And it looks like he'll be just a yard shy of the 5 here as he's out at the 6. That'll go for a gain of 7. And it brings up 3rd and 5 now. He's already proven to be a factor in the running game on this drive. Now he gets involved in the passing game.
I think what we're seeing here is the modern version of workhorse in the NFL. Being able to run it and catch it with equal proficiency.
Now it's Burrow. Hammering for the goal line. He loses the football.
So on 4th down, off goes Burrow. On comes Evan McPherson for the Bengal field goal.
From the right hash here, should be an easy one.
McPherson's kick is good.
And the lead stretches to 6 here. It's 13-7.
Well, they already had the early lead, and they get the interception, Charles, and now they add 3 more with the field goal.
Yeah, they're in control of how this game is playing out so far. You mentioned the early lead. Now they're expanding on it, getting plays on both sides of the ball. A winning recipe if they can keep this up.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive.
So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
Meanwhile, the throw here is complete, and he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
That'll go as a pickup of 8.
That's a big conversion there on 3rd down because they did not want to give the ball up here late in the half. They'd love to take the clock all the way down and score. This will definitely help the cause.
They go play action with Lawrence.
Flushed out right. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about. And you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent. And that allows you to make a play on it and oftentimes knock it away.
On play action, Lawrence.
And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Nice back-to-back plays defensively. They're stacking momentum now. 1 incompletion, 2 incompletion. They're going for more.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10.
Now Lawrence.
Throwing left side, it's complete. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime.
That's the 3rd time on this drive that these two have connected with each other. They've got a real rapport going. And right now, it's paying off with big chunks of yardage, as shown by that last play.
Off the play fake, here's Lawrence.
He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And that is caught at the 10-yard line. Big gains in succession. Last one was over 20. This one over 30.
We saw these guys have some big plays in their wild card win last week, and they're certainly going to need to continue to put up plays like we just saw there if they hope to continue to move on in these playoffs.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
That is the first time that they've targeted him that he has not come down with a catch.
He's caught everything that's been thrown his way. A dominant pass receiver that can break down any defense, because when he's doing that kind of work, it really hurts you on the back end.
And even though it's an incompletion there, I think they're going back to the... And that is caught. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Jamal Agnew as the first half is winding down. And the Jaguars have tied the ball game with a chance to take the lead into the locker room. Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And that will give them the lead here as we get on towards halftime. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25.
Here we go.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is second and long.
12.
Another try after the first down sack.
Burrow, he's going to drop this down to Sanders. He's got room past the 30.
And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. So it's on to halftime in this AFC divisional round matchup. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. Win or go home, that's the name of the game, and we're back underway with the second half of this AFC divisional round. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Bengals drive about to get going.
And Charles, that had to be an interesting locker room at halftime. This is a team that's had so much success this year. Haven't really had to deal with a lot of adversity at halftime, to be honest. But now here they are with their playoff lives on the line.
And I think when you're alluding to that interesting locker room, you're just wondering how are they handling that bit of adversity that they're seeing right now? Because I think this is a team that has to look to lean on the veterans at this point. We know we're better than this. We've proved it all season. Let them disseminate that confidence through the locker room. But this
trying to set up the screen, and it's intercepted.
And the Jags are going to take possession of the football.
First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days. And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. They'll wind up losing 3 here on the play, and that's going to make it 4th down.
Patterson's kick is good.
And that'll move their lead up to 4 now.
So golden field position there squandered as they can muster only a field goal.
Yeah, you were gifted a first-and-goal situation, but I have to give credit to the defense. They were brought out in a really tough situation, so give them credit for holding them to 3. That's a pretty nice accomplishment.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive.
And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive. In particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to look to hit a couple shorter passes, get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you've got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
A gain of 32 that time. They lulled them to sleep there, so to speak. That was all set up by the running game, wasn't it?
Another example of what all offensive coordinators tell us. When the running game's operating, it really opens up the playbook. And that's when they hit them with the play action. And you can see the defenders rushing towards the line of scrimmage, then scrambling back, trying to cover. Couldn't get there in time.
Well scripted. They had the big running play, now the big passing play. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be second down.
11 Thomas.
Burrow will throw. As Sanders has it poked free. And the Jags grab it. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line. Always costly to cough up that football. These defenders, they become so adept, though, at jarring it free.
Yeah, it's amazing that there aren't more fumbles caused because now, if you're an offensive player, you go through ball security drills every single day. It's really not out of line to think you should take the ball to bed with you and just hold on to it. But the bottom line is, no matter how much you try to protect it, these guys are pretty good at finding ways to knock it out.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Now Lawrence. And he wisely will throw that one away.
And when you've thrown as many interceptions as he has in this one, you definitely start getting a little hesitant to throw the ball out wide because that's prime pick 6 territory. That time, he made sure the only guy who was going to catch it was sitting in the 3rd row.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Here's Lawrence.
He's got a man, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially.
Whenever we talk about moving the sticks and controlling the football, there's a great example right there. Those are the 3rd downs you need to convert to win football games. We're in the 3rd quarter of this one, and this is a tight one. In order to maintain pace, keep the ball away from the other team, and put points on the board, those are the plays they need to continue to convert.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20.
Running out of the gun with Etienne.
And a good burst there gets him 7 up to midfield.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
You can tell they wanted to get that ball downfield, but they had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
Not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the 1st. From midfield now, Lawrence. The pressure gets to Lawrence, and he'll go down.
Sam Hubbard drops him for a loss of 14 yards, and it also brings up 4th down. Here's Logan Cook now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. Taking it about the 16. A nice punt, but a good run back as well of 13 yards. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10.
Here we go.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And this could be the defining moment of their season, all hyperbole aside. You're trailing here in the 4th quarter, the divisional round. And they need to come up with something as they get this drive started. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And that's caught inside the 35. And he's going to get this down near the 25.
Well, this is where an offense needs to show what it's made of. And, in fact, where a quarterback needs to show what he's made of, trying to engineer a 4th quarter comeback. And he hits a big one right there.
On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. 65 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game. Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown. And that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. They'll run with Sanders. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. Miles Sanders, a 9-yard touchdown run. And the Bengals have taken a 4th quarter lead. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that gives him a 3-point lead. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And this certainly a key moment in this game, trailing by 3, 4th quarter with a spot in the championship game next weekend on the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Now Lawrence to throw. Dancing to his left. This throw nearly intercepted. Oh, the big D lineman almost had it. But 3rd down coming up.
And next time, Brandon, I think you might want to consider running it because those defensive backs, they were plastered to the receivers, and they weren't letting up as that play went on.
Rolling to his right. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. Great way to convert on 3rd down there. 21 yards the play.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at 2nd down.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
Forced out to his left. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yes, let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They're giving him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect. Looked like he had a couple of different options as far as who to throw to on that play. Who am I to say this, but I'm not sure he made the right decision.
Well, the window of opportunity is always going to be small in the NFL. That's why those quarterbacks who make quick decisions and have quick releases have the most success in this league.
Here we go. Gotta have it. Lawrence. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line. So the failure to convert, no doubt, really hurts. But this one's not over. A good chunk of time on the clock and the timeouts.
Yeah, not only do they have the timeouts, as you just noted, they're going to get an extra one with the 2-minute warning. And that's going to help in big way. So in a sense, they have 4 timeouts in their pocket. The big thing, stopping them on defense now. They can't let them get a 1st down and make them use their timeouts and get a fresh set of downs. They've got to stop them right here. And if so, they've still got an opportunity.
11 MT, 11 MT.
It'll be Sanders to begin the drive. And a strong run that time as he's across midfield and down to the 43. 84 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th.
Here we go, here we go. 11.
Right back to Sanders on 1st down. And good work there in open space. And he's got this all the way down now to the 32. And now with 1:52 to go, we get another pause in the action. A timeout here defensively. Well, with the fumble he had earlier, we know how key keeping the football is here. That fumble earlier probably at the forefront of his mind. Just hold on to this thing.
It's also at the forefront of the mind of the guys who are trying to get the ball from him. And since they've seen him drop it on the ground before, they're doing everything possible to have him do it again. They need that turnover.
Now the Jags will use the second of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
It's a 2nd down run with Sanders. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
If they're going to get a first down out of this, they're going to have to earn it because there's been tough going in the interior there. And here we are on 3rd and 1. Be prepared. Brace yourself. Going to be some contact going on.
Here we go.
On 3rd down, they'll run it with Sanders. He is going nowhere as he is enveloped behind the line. This defense not budging. Back-to-back carries of just 2 yards.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
Oh, and now movement and a whistle, and they may have to rethink their plans on 4th down. So a pressure spot here for Evan McPherson. This to swell the lead to 6. McPherson's kick is good, and that will double their lead as it's up to 6. So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they'd feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down. Throwing now, Lawrence. Toward the left sideline, but it's incomplete.
Work with me, partner. Take a deep breath, because that's what they're doing down the field now. That incompletion allowed them to exhale a little bit. Get in the huddle, kind of scan the crowd, see if any celebrities are here. Relax a little bit as they start this big drive.
So following the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 25. Back to throw, Lawrence. Buying time to his left. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And he's got some space here. Well, you knew you had to take some chances here with the clock winding down, needing
needing a touchdown to win it, and that one might have just sealed their fate.
Yeah, and that's the nature of the 2-minute drill. The offense trying to go downfield and make their plays. But defenses, they're sitting back watching everything that they do, but not too far back. They want to be in position to make a play on the ball, and that they did.